This is former Vice President Joe Biden. On October 12, 2020, Joe Biden made a campaign speech in Toledo, Ohio.
You know, we have to come together. That's why I'm running. I'm running as a proud Democrat for the Senate.
And I really hope you win that imaginary Senate seat, Joe.
So vote! Vote! Visit iwill.com/Ohio.
That's iwillvote.com, Joe. And for those of you at home, avoid that site like the plague, because it's run by the Democratic National Committee. Instead, for voting information in your state or territory, go to vote.gov. Anyway, if you've ever watched a Joe Biden speech in full, and why would you, you know that Biden usually ends on this line.
God bless you all, and may God protect our troops. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, thank you. Where am I going?
But in Toledo,
God bless you. God bless the auto workers. God protect. Thank you.
No, thank you, Joe. Okay, silly gaffes aside. During that speech, Biden made a dubious claim about the pandemic.
Experts say we're likely to lose another 200,000 people in the next few months unless we take some serious action. It's estimated that if we just wore these masks nationally, we'd save over 100,000 lives between now and the end of the year.
Biden is referring to a forecast by the Institute for Health Metrics and Evaluation at the University of Washington. They projected that, in a worst-case scenario, there would be 397,000 total deaths by the end of 2020. But if there was the universal mask mandate and 96% of Americans wore a mask, at worst, the total death toll would be 296,000. So even if 96% of Americans wore masks between the time he made that claim and the end of the year, we would still lose as many as 81,000 people. So while masks might be helpful, they are not the cure-all. Also, listen to his claim again.
Experts say we're likely to lose another 200,000 people in the next few months.
But that's not true. The IHME is saying that the current projection is between 305,000 to 340,000 total deaths, which is, at best, 90,000 additional deaths, and at most, 125,000, not 200,000 like Joe Biden claims. But Biden will continue to rattle off an inaccurate 200,000 deaths figure because it makes things seem more dire and the Trump administration look more incompetent. And Biden and his campaign don't have to worry about being called out on it because most journalists refuse to question anything that comes out of Biden's mouth. According to the IHME's projections, even if everyone wore masks, it would only slow the spread and not stop it. So what's Joe Biden's plan to attack COVID like right here and right now? Implement mask mandates nationwide. I know you're shocked. Experts say that if 95% of Americans wear masks between now and December, we can save almost 70,000 lives.
We'd save over 100,000 lives between now and the end of the year.
So much for consistency, huh? And that's pretty much Biden's entire plan. A national mask mandate, which he doesn't even have the power to actually implement. Until there is a vaccine or we somehow get to herd immunity, there is nothing Joe Biden or any politician can do or promise to completely stop the virus. Case in point, during the vice presidential debate, Kamala Harris was asked what a Harris-Biden administration would do in January and February that a Trump administration wouldn't.
Would you impose new lockdowns for businesses and schools and hotspots? A federal mandate to wear masks?
Our plan is about what we need to do around a national strategy for contact tracing, for testing, for administration of the vaccine, and making sure that it will be free for all.
First, you'll notice that she didn't say anything about that national mask mandate. Funny how that works. Everything else she mentioned, including testing and distributing the vaccine at no cost, is pretty much the same as the Trump administration's plan.
The reality is, when you look at the Biden plan, it reads an awful lot like what President Trump and I and our task force have been doing every step of the way. I mean, quite frankly, when I look at their plan that talks about advancing testing, creating new PPE, developing a vaccine, it looks a little bit like plagiarism, which is something Joe Biden knows a little bit about.
If the Trump administration approves a vaccine before or after the election, should Americans take it, and would you take it?
If the public health professionals, if Dr. Fauci, If the doctors tell us that we should take it, I'll be the first in line to take it. Absolutely. But if Donald Trump tells us that we should take it, I'm not taking it.
But what if the doctors tell Trump it's safe, but then Trump tells Americans that it's safe? Should Americans not take it anymore? Because Kamala hates the president? Making statements like this is politicizing the health crisis. And it's not only dangerous, it's stupid. And it's not only Kamala Harris, it's also the media. For example, Joe Biden has consistently said that if you have COVID and wear a mask, it will protect others from you.
That mask is not so much to protect me. It's if I have an undiagnosed, it's to protect you against me.
And that's exactly right. If you have the virus, when you wear a mask, it protects others from you. That's the entire point of wearing masks, right? So when President Trump contracted the virus and spent a couple days at Walter Reed Hospital, he decided to surprise his supporters, jump in a motorcade, and wave to the crowd who had gathered outside the hospital. As you can see, the president is wearing a mask that is supposed to protect those around him. But suddenly, masks are useless.
It makes me sick to see him in close quarters with the others in that car.
What I am concerned about is that he sits in a hermetically sealed a Secret Service van, along with, I think, 8 or 9 Secret Service agents while he's actively infectious.
He is putting the lives of Secret Service agents at risk.
The president's wearing a cloth mask. They're not wearing sealed goggles. So there are plenty of failures in that PPE, and full PPE still doesn't protect you.
It's unlikely that people in a car will get sick, as they're wearing N95 masks, which are supposed to filter out the virus. And again, Trump is wearing a mask that is supposed to protect others from the virus. So either masks work like they're designed to, or they don't. Take your pick, media, you can't have it both ways. So after President Trump left the hospital and returned to the White House, he stood on the balcony, took off his mask, and posed for the cameras. And the media freaking lost it.
The president, in that Sunset Boulevard gesture, whipped his mask off in front of the American people on the nightly news last night. So, as a doctor whose job it is, take it off. Please, don't even put it on the screen. Please take it off. Because that's going to kill people.
So the president is outside, facing away from people, and is socially distanced, but he's going to give everyone COVID. Right. In the meantime, Joe Biden does things like this. The man just pulled his mask down so he could cough in his hand. But yeah, let's trust this guy to handle the pandemic. And of course, no one questions why Biden insisted on wearing a mask during that speech in the first place, considering that his podium was outside and wasn't within a parsec of anyone. Anyway, the president and several members of the administration catching the virus led to the Biden-Harris campaign demanding extra health and safety measures at the vice presidential debate. So the Commission on Presidential Debates put up not 1, but 2 plexiglass barriers in between Senator Harris and Vice President Pence, but no barrier between the candidates and Susan Page, because everyone knows debate moderators can't catch or spread COVID. It's science. Then, a week before the second debate, the Commission on Presidential Debates decided that, due to health concerns, that the next debate with President Trump and Joe Biden would be held virtually. But hang on. Both Trump and Biden would have been socially distanced from the audience and each other. And if they were so concerned, they could have brought in that magic plexiglass that works so well. And instead of following the science, the CPD canceled the second debate, which is stupid considering that the president stopped being contagious several days before the debate. So to wrap things up, masks protect others from COVID unless the mask wearer is President Trump, and plexiglass protects you from COVID unless there is someone in the room, also named Trump, who has fully recovered from the virus. You see how all this works? Anyway, that's it for now. Please slam that like button and be sure that you're still subscribed to the channel. Follow me on Twitter and Parler at Don't Walk Run, and follow me on Instagram at Don't Walk Run Productions because I need 10,000 followers or something. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope to see y'all next time.